So some general tips that I got before going into studying for the RACGP exams, that they sort of recommend you aim to study about 10 hours per week, give or take, and you usually need about 4 to 6 months to prepare. Obviously, we're only a couple of months out now, so you've still got plenty of time to hone your knowledge. But if you are thinking about sitting in the second term next year, then this will also be of use, because you probably should start studying around the turn of the new year. I guess the thing about RACGP is most of the questions that you come across are sort of breadth questions, so they really encourage a broad knowledge across multiple domains rather than in-depth knowledge of any medical condition. In saying that, however, there always is a handful of questions that are very tricky, and those questions are usually used to differentiate, the top 5 to 10% of people from the top 20 and 30% of people. So there's always going to be things that you don't know and you wish you studied more. But I think when you're starting to prepare, aiming to know a little bit about everything rather than a lot about a few things is probably the way to go. Just making sure you're using up-to-date guidelines, so AFP guidelines, the RACGP books, so their red book and silver book and things. Make sure you're using the most up-to-date version. And obviously textbooks are good to some degree, but just making sure you're using the most up-to-date edition, I guess, is really important. I think the number one thing to get through the RACGP exams is finding a study group, or at least a study partner. I think it helps in multiple ways. It keeps you grounded, so it makes sure that you're not going in too deep into lots of different topics. It keeps you on track, so you've got someone to report to. You can sort of set a study plan and progress at the same pace. And also you can share your resources and hopefully not have to cover every condition yourself. Your partner can cover some, you can cover some, and you can discuss them. And sometimes actually finding resources is such a time-consuming exercise, so being able to share them definitely saves you a lot of work. And another thing I will mention is just be really careful with remembered questions or outsourced courses that you pay money for. Some of them are excellent, and I've had lots of friends use different ones, but some of them are very costly and they don't guarantee pass rates. Even no matter what they advertise, there's no guarantee that you will pass by using one of those courses. So just if you have enrolled or are enrolling in one, it could be worthwhile, but just, if you don't feel like the knowledge that you're getting from it is